Hey everyone, this is John Nickel with WorshipTeamCoach.com, and I want to just do a little training with you here on a barrier to worship as far as leading people in worship. I think most worship leaders and most worship team members probably struggle with this barrier. And the thing is, it's really, really simple to fix, but it's not easy because it's a habit. And what is the barrier? It's the barrier of closing our eyes while we're worshiping. All right, it's great artistic stuff right here. But what happens is we get in this moment of worship and we're pouring out our heart to God, and it's so easy to close our eyes and just block out everything and let just be about me and God. And that's cool. That's a great expression of worship. But the problem is it's a personal expression of worship, and we're leading a corporate expression. And so what happens is we end up kind of blocking out people that we're supposed to be leading, all right? So it's an issue because they may think we don't care, all right? And they may think that we're just all about doing what we're doing up there and we don't connect with them. And so what we have to do is we have to realize that our personal expressions of worship, closing our eyes and just making it all about us and God, that our personal expressions of worship have to come secondary to us leading a corporate expression of worship and to us leading other people. Now, another issue with closing our eyes is oftentimes it comes from a lack of confidence. All right, and I'm going to spell this out. We'll pretend I've spelled out confidence there. And it also comes from fear. All right, and those can be related, but sometimes people are just afraid of being up in front of people, so they close their eyes. And other times it's because they aren't prepared or they just aren't confident playing in front of people. And so one of the options is closing their eyes and to do that. So that also comes across as, hey, not connecting with the congregation. All right, so what do we do instead? How do we fix this? All right, again, I said it's very simple to fix, but it's not easy. We open our eyes more, all right? But the question is then, what do we look at? Because there's songs that we're singing that if we were to look at the congregation, it'd be kind of weird. Like if I was singing Good, Good Father and looking right at you, you're a good, good father, it's who you are. I mean, that's kind of weird, unless you're my dad, and even that's kind of weird. But so where do we look? All right, I think we can look at two ways that we categorize songs as a way to help us. All right, so there's two big buckets that all worship songs fall into, and some fall into both. But we can look at it as our songs as God as our subject of worship, and God as our object of worship. All right, so let me tell you the difference here. God as a subject of worship is singing about God. So a song like Chris Tomlin's How Great Is Our God? How great is our God? Sing with me. How great is our God? We're not singing to God to say, sing with me, God. I mean, he is singing over us, but we're singing to the congregation, to the people. We're proclaiming God's greatness and how awesome he is. And so sing with me. How great is our God? And so if a song is God as subject, we need to then be looking at the people we're singing to. All right? Again, we don't want to get stalker eyes going or fix our eyes on one person too long. You know, we want to look in one area and lead some people there, and then maybe the next phrase we come over and we lead some people over here and make a connection. We don't want to be bouncing around too much, but we do want to be moving our eyes around. So that's if God is the subject. We're singing about God. All right, and then if we're singing with songs God as the object of our worship, that means we're singing songs to him, like the Good, Good Father. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. We're singing directly to God. And so with those kind of songs, we want to be, if we're opening our eyes on those, and we should be, we want to, that's kind of a scary mouth there. He's really singing and belting it out there. But if we're singing to God, it's appropriate to look up. God is high and lifted. And so it's appropriate to just look up and to be singing to him. And you know, as leaders, we also need to kind of take a look at the congregation every so often to make sure they're connected and engaged and they're with us. But as we're singing to God, it's appropriate to look up. So just work on, keeping your eyes open and looking up as you're singing songs of adoration to God. All right, so I hope that helps when it comes to the whole thing of opening your eyes and letting people connect with you as the leader, because really we're hosts here. We're hosts at this party, and so we do have to have a connection with people, not just musically, but visually as well. And we're inviting them in to worship. So if you want to learn more about barriers in worship, go to WorshipTeamCoach.com /5, the spelled out, F-I-V-E, WorshipTeamCoach.com /5, and you can get a free video series called The 5 Barriers to Worship. So hope this was helpful. We'll see you later.